Hey, how you doing? What you're about to watch here is a bunch of video clips I shot. It's not a pro video. Sarah came into town yesterday. We had a bunch of fun, and we had a bunch of chuckles here, and then we went up to Hollywood Boulevard and had dinner. We did some bar hopping, and a few drinks, and again just shot a bunch of video clips. And then this morning we got up and went to the Brea Tar Pits. So you're going to see a lot of Brea Tar Pit stuff, which is, I think, pretty cool, especially if you haven't been here to LA before, if you've never been to the Brea Tar Pits. There's people who live here and never even been there. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. I am wore out because we got in late last night. I didn't sleep much last night. Just I had a stomach thing. It's a long freaking story. It's not a big deal. And yeah, she just left, and it was a lot of fun. So I wish she could have stayed another night. And that's it. So I hope you guys, again, I hope you enjoy it. That's it. You guys know how this is going to go because I'm so pro. Look who's here.
Hi.
Foxy as ever.
Yeah.
I should have recorded. We were just doing exercises. So she was on the rings here, pulling herself up and doing a plank. She did a plank for over 2 minutes. Very impressed. Wonderhussy has arrived.
Come on, Mike, let's go. Put him up.
Don't make me hurt you. Oh, you're running away.
Oh, sorry. You want me to be in the shot?
No. I'm gonna record Wonderhussy doing her Wonderhussy thing.
Hi.
So tonight we're gonna eat at Bordner's here. We're gonna have a couple drinks, and then we're gonna do a little bar crawl here on Hollywood Boulevard and kind of like relive some old memories. I've been here over 30 years in LA. Here's Musso and Frank, so I was gonna take her to dinner there. But it's closed Mondays, so I got to take her to Bordner's. But we're going to hit the Frolic Room, and we're going to hit the Powerhouse. All right, this flag is a disgrace. Look at this flag. I got to buy him a new flag. That's just not cool.
Uh-oh, Mike identified an issue with their American flag. It's damaged. That's bad.
I know. We're obnoxious. Come here.
Hi.
I lost you.
Ooh, Beverly Hills.
Imagine that. I was spinning around and she's spinning around with me.
Boris Karloff. Kenny Rogers. Oh.
You gotta know
Marty
when.
Robbins.
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Oh my God, 3 good ones in a row. Shit, Guy Lombardo, 4 good ones in a row. Wow. Dang.
El Capitan.
Yeah, if I was gonna drive a big rig, that'd be it. Dude, my sister worked a movie premiere one time as a mascot, as the giant poo emoji. I go, oh, you should have wrote an article about this. You were a literal piece of shit in Hollywood. I mean, that's amazing. Dolly Parton, oh, she should be closer to Kenny Rogers.
Ah, they're doing something here, bummer.
Oh, no wonder.
The Scientology building.
Wait, what do we have?
Yes, there's another one. Yep.
Oh, shut up! There's like a lot of good ones. Fred Astaire.
For the Fly with Jeff Goldblum. is going on?
R.I.P.
What? That's well, because that's like, I think that's like the third person we've got on film so far sleeping on the street.
I've definitely filmed stuff like that myself in Vegas.
It's terrible.
There, but for the grace of God, no.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Okay, Mike, where are we going now? The frolic room?
Now we're going to the frolic room.
Hey, nightcap. Frolic, time to frolic.
Time to frolic. Sure thing, boss. Sure thing.
Yeah, so what kind of symbol would they do for the internet? It'd have to be that YouTube play button.
There she is. Look at the, oh yeah, I was just telling her how pretty she's doing her makeup, and then she's got to make her goofy faces. Now, she just pointed out to me that I have man privilege. Because I can just roll out of bed looking perfect. It's perfect. We were up really late last night. Like past 1 o'clock. It was ridiculous. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed those clips up until now. We're on our way to meet some nice lady and go to the Brea Tar Pits. And there's the blanket that Robin made for me. So once again, the passenger seat is graced with Wonderhussy's ass.
Hi.
This represents all the wildlife that has been found in the pits. Saber-toothed tigers and mastodons and sloths. This might be interesting for you guys to see if you've never been here before. So right in the middle of Los Angeles. All of Los Angeles has this under the ground here. There's a lot of oil here still. This was all oil rigs at one time. And the oil's still here. Not only that, but there's oil rigs all over the city that are disguised as buildings that most people don't know anything about. In normal neighborhoods, still producing oil. It's pretty amazing, actually. It's beautifully done here. There's the giant sloths. Really, really beautifully done here. There's a camel. Ancient camels, prehistoric horses, prehistoric camels, again, saber-toothed tigers. These are all remains, like dire wolves. These are all remains, again, that have been found here, right here on this spot. That's how lush it was here.
A place I've been wanting to visit for a long time. It just took me forever to get around to it. The Brea Tar Pits.
She's such a pro. So right out there, and unfortunately, there's a lot of grass grown between the big giant tar pit and the tar itself, so it's maybe a little bit difficult to see right now. But we'll walk down there. And this is LACMA right there, which is the LA County Museum, which is a lot of fun. And you guys might remember, I was friends with this guy, Jason Crum, who, you know, went to art school with all these guys. He was friends with de Kooning and Pollock, and you know, so we used to go here from time to time, and it was cool because he would talk to me about the art pieces that were in there, and he was there. He was there when those pieces were being made, so he had a lot of good inside information.
So I can check them out for myself.
Now you know how you know you're at the tar pits. Tar. Makes you think of Jed Clampett. How did the Beverly Hillbillies song go?
I just remember the beat.
Yeah. All right, so over here we've got the big pit with the mastodon. I don't know what you call this, right? The representation of the mastodons in the pit. By the way, Sabo did a political hit here several years ago. I don't remember what the banner was, but he climbed this fence and put banners on the elephants. Or mastodons, rather. And I'll tell you, you can definitely smell this. It's pretty interesting to think about. You know, a lot of people never think about it. This is right here in the heart of Los Angeles. And we're not near downtown, right? Downtown is probably 4 or 5 miles east of us. So this is Wilshire Boulevard right here. Fairfax is right over there. And then we've got the SAG-AFTRA building right here. So, and noisy vehicles. There's, of course, a cement truck in a perfect location to wreck the sound for this. I don't have my mic with me today. And, you know, typical LA right there. And people drive by this. Thousands of people drive by this every day that don't even realize what it is. You know, they're just on their way to work and doing their daily routines. Watching a pro at work, because you know me, I'm not pro. I just tell you I'm so pro because you know I'm not.
Huh? This is so freaking cool.
The landscaping they did well here, because you feel like you're in a prehistoric time.
Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, here's a little informational sign. I guess what we're looking at is the lake pit.
Feel free to screenshot that.
It was in 1915. That's what this place looked like 110 years ago.
So just a good representation of the fact that these old oil derricks were all over Los Angeles. So it's a reminder that, you know, the oil didn't go anywhere. The oil's still here. And as I was saying earlier, I think I said it in my video, but I just said it for Sarah. There are oil derricks all over the city, and they're hidden in these soundproof structures. But the oil never went away. It's still here. It just became unsightly for people that, the climate's what brings people here. So people with money, they want to live in a place that has this perfect climate, and they build these houses with these beautiful vistas and views, and the last thing they wanted to see were oil derricks. So it's more of a political thing and real estate and all that, and that's the reason. But the thing is this area is still an oil-rich area. So we see here, this is a working pit. I don't know if we can get into this one. It might be closed off. Oh yeah, we can come in here and take a look at this. And so this is a pit that they're currently working. And from time to time you'll get lucky and you'll come here and the people will be in here doing the work. And I'll tell you what, you get out of the sun and there's a little breeze in here. It's really comfortable in here. I love how she just invents these things.
Won't come back from Dead Man's Curve.
The one and only Wonderhussy doing her thing. All this is new here. They're really creating some amazing structures here. This architecture is pretty wild. So I'm excited to see what happens here. I haven't taken the time to look up exactly what they're building and why. I don't know if it's just going to be an extension of the museum or what it's going to be about.
Mike, this is amazing.
It is. It's pretty cool, right? We're going to see some cool sculptures of representations of the animals they pulled out. It's going to be
looking forward to that. This is amazing. I'll deal with it. No problem.
So I just want to show you guys, there is a lot of shade here too, And look at the kid climbing on the giant sloth. I guess that's allowed. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a playground. Play sloth.
The kids love it. You see kids here and their eyes are just wham, and it's huge, and they're like, wow. And you just imagine their minds going, just like ours are. It's just, to them, the imagination runs wild. I love it. I love seeing kids be excited.
This seems like
so.
This seems like a really fun place.
These are what they call fossil crates. So in every one of those is a potential critter. In every one of these crates here. What's in the crates? Each wooden crate before fossils. These fossils were found a few hundred yards from here. Oh, during the parking lot construction. Oh, that's cool. So these weren't actually pulled out of the pit right here. They were excavated when they were putting in the new parking structure. That's very cool. And there's the process.
I mean, I could ask for a lot of words, but oh, what's this? This is showing how they extract.
Yeah, it really is fascinating. I don't care, wherever you go, you can dig in the ground and find cool stuff. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of a story, this thing that happened to me. I was in Greece in the late 90s, like 98 or something. And, my cousins, they were living in Thessaloniki, and they had these girlfriends and who had friends, blah, blah, blah. And you know the story. I met this girl. She's a lot younger than me. And anyhow, one thing led to another. But she was telling me how she had these friends who, what they would do is they would rent an apartment in these apartment buildings in Greece, and they would, there was, I guess, storage places for people, behind locked cage things. And that was their own. And they would go down there at night, because apparently people weren't using them, so nobody else was down there. They would break through the floor in these apartment buildings and dig a few feet in the ground and find ancient artifacts, and they were selling them on eBay and other places like that. Not condoning that. I'm just saying people do it and they've been doing it for a long time. And you could be almost anywhere on this planet. I mean, except for maybe the most desolate areas. But keep in mind, areas today that are desolate, that are desert, at one time weren't. So depending on how far you feel like digging, you could find stuff almost anywhere. It really is amazing. Ooh, there's the sloth. Well, it's going to change to, see, it goes from skeleton to, see, it goes from skeleton to live. That's what they had. It used to be a woman in here. And it used to be a human female skeleton that changed. You see what's happening? No, I'm getting it. So I don't know why, but they took the skeleton out. And so the story was, and it used to be a plaque for it, was she was murdered and thrown into the pits. And so back in the 90s when I was coming here, that's what it was. Her skeleton, and they made her, made her look like what they thought she looked like, and it was all good. I like how they call it an antique bison, because it was a long friggin' time ago. Now, of course, the only thing they're missing there is human poop that we have to walk around the streets here in LA. Because there's, humans are pooping all over the streets in LA these days. And this is always one of my favorites here is the dire wolves. I wouldn't doubt if one day they animate these skeletons like those old Sinbad movies, Now, what's really cool is what's behind me, right there. You see that? Those are all dire wolf skulls. Look at this, American lion. Don't let anybody tell you that there was never lions here in North America. Because they obviously did exist. Of course, we've got the saber-toothed cat here as well. Scary. See if we can find Sarah. What's he looking at? Oh, by the way, here's something that's pretty cool here. You see the hole in the center of these skulls? So the story is that in the Mediterranean, on the islands, they were digging these things up. The ones without the horns in particular. And they thought, because the skeletal structure, it's got 4 limbs, it's got a backbone, it's got ribs, and years later, and still in ancient times, they would dig up these graves where those bones were arranged more like as if they were a human. These were bones that the ancients found, and they buried them in that manner, and that's what gave rise to the myth of the Cyclops. So if you don't know that story, now you heard it. So pretty cool, pretty cool. No great way to get this without any glare, but it's pretty cool. I hope this looks good on your TV screen. But this is a representation of the area, I suppose. I suppose maybe those mountains are where the Hollywood sign is and everything now. And right in here is where the pit is. And it represents everything here. Yeah, I'll tell you something. I wouldn't mind having something like this on the wall at my house. It would be really cool if you could get wallpaper of something like that and do a wall in your house like that. That would be, maybe it exists. You guys can tell me. You know what's going to happen now I said that? Somebody's going to send me this big tube, and in it is going to be a giant thing I can roll out and glue on my wall.
That poo exhibit was pretty cool, Mike.
Yeah, well, I was wondering, and I said it there, I was going to ask you, like, which one do you think represents your food closest?
None, Mike, because I only poo rose petals.
Rose petal poo. This is cool here. So it's pretty cool. What a good gig that would be. You know, you go to college for biology or something, you end up here with this job, working on stuff that they're literally pulling out of the ground all the time, cleaning it up. That would be a really cool gig if you're super into this. And what's happening when you're here is you see all these kids, and they're all enjoying themselves, and this has got to be putting a spark in their minds, right? To where, hey, they're going to want to be working here in 20 years themselves. I think that's cool, inspiring children to do cool stuff. It's probably one of the biggest reasons why you should bring your kids to things like this. It's just nice that they do this. So it's not just about, I think that's the uniqueness of this museum in general. It's not just the skeleton, the fossil remains of these critters and the representations of them, but hey, they're actually doing the work on the stuff at the same time, and then they're showing you the processes that they go through to do it. So again, I mean, this is just, I don't know, maybe I'm a nerd, but I think this is inspirational for young people in particular. And here's the adorable guard we met earlier. she's kind of a cutie. If I do say so myself. Check it out. When I was a kid in school, we used to make dioramas, like these shoebox dioramas, and that's what this is in you know, full-size scale.
Good afternoon, may I have your attention, please? If you're interested in our 1 p.m. excavator tour, our guided tour throughout the park to learn more about the history.
This is somewhat reminiscent of my little workstation making watch bands in the apartment. You know, I hope the sound has been okay here today. Apologies at this stage if it hasn't been, because there's a lot of people and background noise, and I don't have my mic with me. So forgive me if it hasn't been that good. I don't know yet. I think it's like, almost like a beaver. This looks like a beaver. I don't know what that is, but that is some creepy skeletal structure. You wouldn't want that thing to creep up on you while you're, man, sleeping in a bag at night. That is for sure. And here's your, you know, we're pretty sure now this isn't exactly accurate. I know people argue with me, but start looking at this stuff online, watch some YouTube videos, because the science ideas are changing now. But pretty cool. Big Bang, you know, what the planet was like. Apparently all these DNA molecules form perfectly to create all these different critters. All right. And it's pretty unique. And then we get to the point here. And pretty cool. And then, of course, they go to man in space. The evolution of life on Earth. Sarah.
Yeah?
You know what the joke is here, right?
What could it be?
Well, we're at the Brea Tar Pits, but we got some pit action going on.
Excavate this.
We've been talking about that since yesterday. We couldn't end this without it going there. I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, Sarah contacted me. She said she was going to come in town to get some wigs again. She got skunked on the wigs. We hooked up yesterday. She came by the pad. You saw what happened. We did a little bar crawl there, relived some old times, met some interesting people, had a lot of laughs. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, got up this morning. We came here. You saw the whole thing. You just watched it. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I'm not a Wonderhussy video type of person. I'm not going to be editing this perfectly and adding music to it and everything else. Yeah, because I'm lazy. That's just what it boils down to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have fun. Be good human beings. Be kind to one another. Make somebody feel good. And I will catch you in the next one.